Welcome to the Blitz, sir. Darth Decimus said to roll out the red carpet, but I wasn't expecting such an esteemed operative. What we've got here is a cleanup operation. Factories were moving massive amounts of supplies to rebels across Corellia. Bomber brigades came in. We rained fire on their heads, ripped the factories apart. We just need to beat down the rebels hiding out inside.
Well, what are we waiting for?
My boys are in the field, but the enemy's tearing them apart. Now that you're here, we can revise our attack. We're getting intel from an inside source. Unfortunately, his dalliances with the local women make him perpetually late.
Manners, Major Tradick. We all have our vices. I'm sorry we haven't met. I'm Darbin Sul, Corellia's top counselor, friend to the Empire. I hope the Major hasn't dirtied my reputation.
Why is a Corellian aiding the Empire?
I've always been a firm supporter of the Empire. And the promise to become Corellia's Prime Minister didn't hurt. I have friends, acquaintances in the Resistance. I pretend I'm sympathetic to their fight, and they tell me things like who's supplying them. Certain factories were churning out military-grade munitions, battle droids, you name it. All donated right to the Resistance across the core worlds.
That's why we bombed those factories into an inferno.
Not quite the subtle approach I hoped for. The bombardment trapped the rebels in the burning wreckage. Now they're angry, desperate, and sitting on the largest weapons stockpile in the core. If the rebels get those weapons functional, we may as well abandon Corellia.
Get ready to see how intelligence handles things.
Those Corellians fight dirty. Whatever munitions they've got have downed every squad sent their way.
You'll do better. Just wipe out their weaponry. If I know my people, they'll bow to the Empire once their hope is crushed.
The rebel weapons shipments are stopped permanently. The resistance is broken.
Good show. See what a little elbow grease can do, Major?
Can it, Darbin? Darth Decimus will want to hear this.
Major, Counselor, and my good friend. What news on the rebel supplies?
Destroyed, my lord. The resistance in Labor Valley is defeated.
That's not entirely accurate. Their weapons are in flames, but the rebellion here is still kicking.
I'm aware of their persistence, Counselor. Intelligence monitored the rebels' retreat. They slithered into the tunnels beneath Coronet City, like the worms they are.
What tunnels?
There's a network of underground pipelines. Rumor says they stretch kilometers beneath Coronet City. All of it, Selonian territory.
If those furry aliens are part of the Resistance, we'll blast them off Corellia.
Patience, Major. The Selonians are fierce warriors, and those tunnels are their nest. Your men wouldn't survive 5 minutes.
You don't know the half of it. I've seen holos of a gang that attacked the tunnels, clawed to pieces.
Don't mistake me for a Corellian thug. I can handle these creatures.
I'm sure you will. But those tunnels are stuffed with the snarling beasts. Best not to lower your blaster in that maze.
The rebels are down there collaborating with the Selonians. They're following the orders of Myrtle, a vicious warrior, and the Selonians' den mother. Her tunnels are the rebels' lifeline, moving troops and supplies beneath Coronet City. Take Myrtle's lair, and we'll fracture the rebellion.
All right. Tell me what to do.
March into the Selonian tunnels. Cut down the rebels and deal with Myrtle. Once you're in, Imperial forces will cut off their escape. As for you, Dobbin, I require your unique perspective elsewhere. Take the first rocket tram to Axial Park. Wait my orders.
Right away, my lord. Corellia's Prime Minister-to-be is happy to serve.
The Empire's grip on Corellia is tightening. Crush the Selonians, and our victory will be that much closer.
I've heard much of the Selonians' fearsome leader. I'll rest when Corellia serves the Empire.
Corellia is under new management, Myrtle. Incredible that you took her down alone, sir. This Selonian has claimed many Imperial lives. I am General Heska, Imperial Guard. Darth Decimus sent us to assist.
Awfully convenient for you to show up the second Myrtle's down.
The fleeing rebels slowed us. I had to cut through the tide to reach you. We flanked the den and caved in the tunnels behind us. The rebels' transportation network is crushed. As for the Selonians, Darth Decimus leaves their fate in your hands.
Selonians will make good servants. But revolt again, and you're finished.
Finally, we can focus on our fight with the Republic. Corellia's once pristine axial park is now a war zone. The Republic's desperately fighting to regain control. Darth Decimus hopes you'll lead our offensive. We collapsed the tunnels leading out, so you must take a rocket tram to Axial Park. Meet me in our garrison. We'll crush them.
General Mother Heska sent someone to check on me, eh? Well, we're just about to start the fireworks. The Corellian Stardrive Corporation has been funding resistance cells all over the city. So I'm turning their headquarters into a crater. As soon as I get the all clear from a buddy down there, I'll flip the switch and boom. No more corporation.
A corporation that cares about profits should be open to negotiation.
They're funding resistance cells all over the city. General Heska wants an example made. And here's the call I'm expecting.
Blow it, quick! They know we're here! Repeat, the Republic's found us! Blow it!
Last. Long-range detonator's not working. The pubs must have put a dampening field up.
Does he need help getting out of there?
He'll get himself out. Right now, we got a bigger gundark to wrestle. A short-range detonator will still blow the charges, but you'd have to fight half the pub army while doing it. I wouldn't last 10 seconds. Respectfully, sir, you've got to help.
It's trivial enough. I'll handle it.
The pubs have made that place a hornet's nest. Might be trickier than you think. There's a delay on each bomb after it's triggered. That'll give you time to get out of the blast zones. Don't stick around after you set them off. The timer's not that long. And it's a big boom. looks amazing. I saw the fires through my optics. Part of me still wishes we could have blown all the charges at once, but that... Corellian star drives won't be funneling any more money.
Are we finished then?
Gotta find my partner. But you've done more than enough already. Thank you.
Another day, another planet welcomed into our glorious empire. Pity the locals don't appreciate it. They should be thanking us. Instead, they fight. Call us conquerors, oppressors. The Republic has poisoned their minds. But no matter. Their factories are in ruins, their supplies dwindle. Soon these radicals will be powerless.
You didn't seriously expect these people to welcome the Empire, did you?
We offer security. The patronage of the Emperor himself. Far better than the alternative. The rebels are scattered, desperate, reliant on a few supply caches to maintain their resistance. And we've located one such cache. It's heavily guarded, but confiscating those supplies will rob the insurgents of much-needed resources. Can I count on you for this?
Get ready to see how intelligence handles things.
The rebels are hurting for supplies. They won't give up that cache without a fight.
I destroyed the rebels' supply cache.
Then we're one step closer to ending this pointless uprising. You've done the Empire a great service today. We may yet see this planet fall in line.
Stand back. She's dangerous.
I'm not afraid of rodents.
Don't rile her up, my lord. I lost 4 good men to her claws.
We're gonna have fun with you, rat.
Heal yourself up, Wexel. Don't worry. Those savages will be punished. Forgive my sentiments, sir, but it's a relief to have someone of your caliber and dedication here at last. It's the Wookiees. Shaggy Boots tore into my men with a vengeance. Less than a third of us escaped, and most look worse than Wexel here.
It sounds like the Wookiees put your men through the grinder.
They're soldiers who performed honorably. Can't say the same for our foes. My men have been converting Corellian factories for the Empires. No problems until we got to the Magna Gravitics plant. The Wookiees in the plant refused to hand it over. They ambushed us, and now they're holding the factory. It's a bitter pill.
You're safe now. You'll be all right.
You're right. But it's ultimately not the Wookiees that concern me. I'm more worried about what happens when word gets out. Every hour they hold that factory, it inspires others into thinking they can defy the Empire. I hate to say it, but we need a show of force to discourage this from happening again. Your capabilities are beyond ours.
I can't promise anything.
I'd hope to see more enthusiasm from you, but I'll take what I can get. The Wookiees won't go easier on you just because your heart's not in it. So keep careful. You're going into Corellia's own savage jungle. Hopefully we can raise a glass when it's all done.
see those hairy savages shown their place.
I'm ruined. Finished! Those blasted Selonians with their riots and their mangy hides. Too busy fighting the Empire to think about the working man, the entrepreneur.
You really think that interests me?
This uprising hurts anyone trying to make a semi-honest living on Corellia. Major Tradic's expecting me to deliver a shipment of military-grade ordnance, but the Furball Coalition won't even let a rumor get through. It's not just the Selonians, either. Wookiees, Strahl, just about every fleabag in the galaxy's stonewalling me.
I'm sure you'll survive.
I practically had to offer up my firstborn child to secure this contract. If I don't deliver... I'm sure you don't give a Cathar's hackles about me, but there's an entire regiment of Imperial troops waiting for this gear. If you clear out those mongrels, I should be able to deliver the merchandise. Heck, I'll cut you in on a slice of the profits.
We have an agreement.
So you'll do it? Maybe I'm not headed for financial ruin after all. The Wookiees and the Drawl are the ones I'm most concerned about. Thin their numbers a bit, and we'll be in business.
I cleared out the Wookiees, Selonians, and Drawl for you.
That you did. Just got word the goods made it to Tradic safely. Here's your cut, as promised. You certainly got away with those mongrels. Should have asked you to snag a few pelts while you were out there.
The Flames called you here too, didn't they? Pity you missed the show. Our bombs plummeted in silence, then blossomed, giving birth to the magnificent Inferno. I yearn for the Flames' warm embrace. Instead, I can only watch the fire reduce the rebel factories to ash.
You're completely insane.
Fire is destruction distilled to its purest form. You do well to respect it. I came to nurse the Inferno and watch the blaze consume the rebels. Sadly, the Flames were denied their pleasure. Too many Corellians escaped the fire. Republic doctors treat them, poisoning the survivors against the Empire and fueling their rebellion.
That's just wonderful.
It's not that bad. We simply must fan the flames of destruction. Crush the survivors, and the rebels will realize that defiance earns them death. I'd cast them into the Inferno myself, but the flames are so close, I'd never resist them. Perhaps you could fuel the blaze with the rebel blood.
That's all I needed to hear.
Good. Find their medical camp. Burn their resistance to the ground.
The rebels are finished.
Good, good. The rebellion weakens with every blow. Soon there'll be nothing but ash and a distant memory.